Season 2, Gaugen, away we go.
Oh, it's a bittersweet feeling. You know that you're going to get a great grand final, but at the same time, you never want it to end. And for these two teams, I think both of them would like to get out of here rather quickly, but I don't think either of them are going to let that happen to each other. Early pressure here is a mainstay for Masacuata Tiesa, and they've got the opening goal. It only took him 15, and it's Paco.
They scored first in 3 of the 4 games in the last series. They'll score first in the first game here. 1-0, 15 seconds in, and that is textbook, honestly. Just a perfect challenge center, and they had a player waiting to see if that ball leaks into the middle of the field. It does, and they're ready to collect. That's standard for a team that can hit you in standard form or not so standard form. And well, we'll see what they pull out next, but Red Crown's got to respond.
Yeah, it's the Red Crown response waiting room. We may not have to wait much longer as Skyline tries to launch this one. It's well wide of that near post, not quite on the angle needed as Matthew looks to collect, try and break out of the zone. You can see already the effort being made by Red Crown to get this ball going out of their defensive zone as quickly as possible, not allow Masacuata Tiesa to set themselves up. Divicina's trying to go for a tricky shot there, but gets challenged. Quick one there to the near post as well, and just like that, 1-2, quick opportunities off the counter. The other side, though, Joey to Matthew, center of the pitch, and now the punch from Skyline is blocked aside by Divicina yet again. We stay at this 1-0.
That's the defensive playmaking that Masacuata can hit you with. You don't expect it. The team does their heavy hitting on the offensive side of things, but right there, Divicina bodied 2 potential goal scorers from Red Crown right there. Keeps his team ahead, though. Red Crown not phased. Another opportunity here, one far post, but the post not too keen on allowing that ball to go in. That leads to a clear now for Masacuata. And they get out despite a close shave. Leads to a shot. And of course, it's Divicina scoring.
You gotta be so fast to meet this Masacuata Tiesa side because Poncho's already at the back wall. Divicina just barreling towards that top of the box near post area and sends the shot home before the defender, who is in a decent spot from a rotation standpoint. They're coming in from the far post. They should be able to contest for most opportunities, but Divicina has so much momentum going to the right and then sends the shot to the left side of the net anyway. It's the best possible place to put it. And right now, Masacuata Tiesa still looking as though they could do no wrong. Divicina's in the air, that's always a problem, but ends up saving Paco's shot, and they stay at 2 for the time being.
Oh, it should have been a goal, but I mean, that much aggression in the orange box with all 3 members on the orange goal line. I suppose someone's bound to hit the ball incidentally. Can't all be perfect touches, as we've come to expect. Double demo, 2 orange cars taken off the field for the time being. Divicina unable to put that one on target, but they'll find a demo, adding to the kill count for this Masacuata team. Not just teams beaten, but players blown up now in this grand finals. And that number is quickly rising as the physicality is being upped. Keeping their 2-goal lead intact is a lot easier when there are fewer orange cars in the field to try and take it down.
The aggression only helps their case here, and it forces Red Crown Academy into so many awkward positions, forced to take touches that they don't want. Joey, though, controls this one and tries to get one going. Poncho gets in the way, big save, and that'll force Matthew all the way back into the defensive corner here. Quick challenge from Paco, and look at how fast they're going again. Divicina waits around for the opportune moment to strike. Poncho goes top corner, but it's just away. Paco to the crossbar. Divicina can't quite finish it off either, and it's a 1-2-3 effective, but not quite hitting the target. This transition, though, is crucial for Red Crown Academy. Can they get anything going? No, it's 1-2. Just like that, Masacuata Tiesa storm back the other way.
Red Crown really need extended possession right now because, as it stands, if Masacuata puts in all the good opportunities they've gotten, it should be about 4-5-0 right now, and that can really only be combated with extended stays on your opponent's end. Red Crown has to figure out their possession game right here, but Matthew gets caught out just a bit too far forward, can't protect that midfield line. Masacuata allowed more stay in that Red Crown end, and they will make themselves at home. They're sleeping on your couch. Next thing, they're sleeping in your bed. But, it's a good save. Keeping it 2-0, Gaugen. 60 seconds left, but Red Crown need goals.
You like to see him staying alive here, but they've got to show us more. It's Skyline launching to the back wall. And Divicina is up for the challenge. Quick as you like to keep it away. Matthew looking for more centering passes, but can't find. Paco's too strong on the back wall. Divicina comes through as well. Force challenge, and they've gotten a lot of Masacuata Tiesa to move far forward on the pitch, but they can't convert that into a quick shot on target. Matthew now launching another one. Joey opportunity, but Divicina denies. The ball's just not allowed in front of the blue net for the time being. With 20 seconds to go and counting, Red Crown Academy looking for the answers, but they need to find the page to write them on first.
Oh, Matthew blown up when he had a golden opportunity to maybe put one last shot on, and instead it's Paco that sends him careening towards the net. Matthew does find the save, but too little too late. Game one going Masacuata Tiesa's way. For those of you in the waiting room for their third loss of the season, you'll have to stay there a little bit longer, as Red Crown hasn't found it just yet. This game, too, ever so important, because normally it's if you go down by 3 games, go down 3-0 in a best-of-7, you're pretty much done. I think against Masacuata, if you go down 2 games in a best-of-7, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, I'm right with you there because I think in our heads we all want to be, oh, reverse sweep in the grand
Yeah.
finals. It would be an amazing storyline. But Masacuata Tiesa are that team. They've shown it to us in the previous series in a best of 7. They don't deteriorate with series length. They keep going. They keep being that aggressive, dominant squad. They'll bump you, they'll demo you, they'll look for the clean passing plays. Anything that you give them, they'll take. So for Red Crown Academy, they need to respond and respond quickly here.
Yes.
It's not exactly dire straits because, again, it's only a 2-goal game that Masacuata Tiesa take away with this. It's not a complete blowout, but it is a clean sheet against Red Crown Academy. They've still got to provide that response and do so quickly.
Red Crown has got to protect their bedroom. Can't be allowing Masacuata to infiltrate that area of the home. And it seems as though right off kickoff, they allow a shot from Paco. So it's scary already. Red Crown, I don't know at this point, Galgan. I'm already starting to worry about them, and we're only a game into this best of 7, but already a close shave, and they're only going to get closer.
I guess you could say they're hiding under the covers at this point from the monster under the bed that is the minion in the profile picture of Masacuata Tiesa, because I'm not sure what else could be more threatening in terms of giving off an aura than that profile picture on Divicina, just staring you down relentlessly and scoring goals while it's doing it. Oh, close. Thought the finish might have been there, but the chaos does go in favor of Red Crown Academy for the time being, and we stay tied inside the first minute.
Off that back wall, undefended. Joey can't make the read. Divicina ends that scoreless streak. Couldn't even go a full minute without scoring into the game. And once more, in the last now 6 straight games, on stream as well, Masacuata has scored the first goal in 5 of them. So impressive stat line. Impressive team. We just keep lauding compliments all over them. Red Crown has to change that soon.
Absolutely do. And it could start here. Skyline trying to turn around and get the better part of this ball. Takes it to the opposite side and gets a little pinch going, but that's such a tough one to follow up. Paco's got a lot of mainstay in the corner there. Nice touch, but Divicina gets a clear back, and Paco unable to connect on the redirect. Skyline has a little bit of trouble fielding this one. May not have the resources, but it's played to Matthew on the other side with plenty of boost in the tank. What's done from here, though, is Paco winning the challenge outright and forcing an awkward touch out of Joey. So again, it's Red Crown Academy not getting their way. They do get a clear, traded demos, but unfortunately it's on the side of the pitch where Matthew would have been to take that shot. Instead, Joey goes to the top corner, and there's little bits and pieces here for Red Crown Academy. They're getting closer, but you still need them to have that efficiency. They can't really afford to just beat around the bush with these opportunities. Skyline launches another one, big save out. It's a weaker one. Matthew looking for the punch, but can't find it. Massive challenge. And Masacuata Tiesa keep them shut out.
Once again, Red Crown sent away empty-handed and forced to make difficult saves on the other end. Always threatening multiple lanes of attack. Joey bumping Paco out right there. Matthew with chance. Flicked it over Divicina. Got a demo onto Poncho, and Skyline given an opportunity that he'll take full advantage of. It had the looks of a twin-size goal, but that has king-sized implications. Huge equalizer.
So many looks, so many good looks there for Red Crown. And if that one wasn't punched home and the ball left the zone, I would have brought out the chalk at that point, because it's just situations like that where you need to see a finish. You need to see people staying relevant on the ball. That's exactly what Red Crown does. Joey gets a nice clear here against a challenge bumped out, but now Paco has regained control. We're only halfway through game number 2 here. Plenty to be seen from these sides. Red Crown is definitely in striking distance here after keeping game 1 relatively close. They're still all square. This one continues on. Skyline, nice early flick, top corner. Paco forced to touch it up high, but beautiful second clear. Force it all the way back against Red Crown.
Skyline with a little bit of space to work with, but player underneath him, right in front of him, and does well to get it to Matthew at the very least. Redirection on net, but Poncho somehow has that play read. Under 2 minutes to play here, and Red Crown starting to really turn on those offensive jets. Churn their way into the blue half. They're finding more stay in that end, putting more on their side of the possession clock, but that's nearly a mistake. Skyline put that across his own box where Paco was looming. Oh, no punish on that error. It'll keep us level, and Red Crown and their hunt for the go-ahead. Still pushing forward, winning challenges. They're doing all the right stuff. They just need that finishing touch.
And Skyline on Red Crown has had a massive speed boost in this game. 6 shots of the team's 8, 4 saves of the team's 6. Doing everything on both sides to try and pull this back into contention and fighting in a 1v3 in the corner right now. The bumps are through. Joey has a lane for a shot. It's saved out, but Matthew has a good finisher, and there it is. All the defenders in front of the net. Tough one to clean up, but Matthew does it and gets Red Crown out in front.
Look at Red Crown go, forcing double commits off the back line of Masacuata, Tiesa. And Paco, as last man there, just has to jump and pray. Great work grinding down their opposition's defense. A minute left, they got themselves the lead. Now, the hard part, they got to protect it. Make sure the ever so potent offense, the boys on the blue side of the field, can't do anything to take it away. That's a miss from Divicina. Uncharacteristic, perhaps a little bit uncomfortable by this place he's been put in.
Now 40 to go. Poncho through the corner, looking for Paco down in the mid. Paco's already up. Paco goes bar down, and oh, what a second bounce. Oh my word, I thought that would hit the bar down and then go well above the net, but no, it catches the crossbar for a second time, stays flush with the goal line at Divicina. You can't get much luckier than that.
And with what I've seen out of Masacuata, I have to assume that's calculated from Paco, that he put it off the crossbar at such an angle so that it would hit the crossbar again and remain in a spot to shoot for his teammate. Like, that's just how good they are. And Joey almost put it bar down and in himself, but no such luck. Overtime once again on the horizon. And a big best of 7 here, though. Skyline down the field trying to contest that. Joey the same, making Paco make a difficult save. Rebound opportunity not allowed. As Paco gets back to him. That off to the side. Sorry, Poncho, I should have out to the side. Here's Paco in the midfield, maybe trying to put together a 0-second goal. Skyline, though, going to spike it, and we get to extra time.
Red Crown, again, they hold Masacuata Tiesa to 2. They get 2 of their own, and they force OT. Good looks for them. Interesting sequence there from about 40 seconds left to 10 as the ball never really left the center, but what's going on? Off the kickoff, 2 players from Masacuata Tiesa are hugging that near post, and it's Divicina all alone to score the OT winner.
Of course it is. I mean, Divicina, again, just takes every single moment that he possibly can to flex his individual prowess. I mean, Skyline had that ball fairly well controlled for a second, had a touch that just went a few inches too far out in front of his front bumper. Divicina's all over and then is doubling it off the ground to take game number 2 and, you know, get very, very, very close to clinching this grand finals in favor of his team, because that's just how good this squad is. Now 33-2 on the season, a margin of plus 31 in games. Absolutely insane. They're continuing that run of statistical form all the way into the grand finals.
It's something that takes a while to truly wrap your head around, the impressive stat that is their game differential plus 31. But On the other side for Red Crown, that game too is about as close as it's going to get. It,
Right.
for all intents and purposes, is as close as it's going to get without you winning the game. Obviously, you want the OT to go differently, but we saw in the previous series how Masacuata Tiesa are very good at ending overtimes quickly. That's sort of exactly what they do every single time. So for Red Crown, they managed to outshoot the side of Masacuata Tiesa by 1. They manage to match them in saves and everything, and they keep them on the ropes to force that overtime, but they still need that resolve about them, that defensive rotation. They've got to be confident about their positioning, because every single time Masacuata Tiesa will pick them apart if they give them the chance to do so.
The difference is so marginal. It feels like individual plays are what it takes to outdo this Masacuata team. Not solo plays, but it's just small plays put together that result in big waves in this grand finals. And this could be one. It's a huge flick from Matthew on target. Poncho gets up and makes the save. What's new? DVC on the back wall. Keeps it very, very close. Secures that corner boost, and now is upfield to receive this pass from Poncho. Shot taken. A little bit too high and too left. And that allows a transition out. Spearheaded by Skyline. Tried to dunk DVC. Not too keen on allowing that to happen. Going back and forth here. Great news for Red Crown, because that means they are not pinned back in their defensive end.
And I still like these sequences for Red Crown, because it seems like every time they go back to defense, at least 2 players are very close to the goal line by the time that the shot's even threatening. That's a really good sign for them, because they are in a relevant area. They're cutting off that lane of the quick counterattack that we know Masacuata Tiesa are so potent on. But Paco, what a save! Joey plucks it from the goal line. A surefire opportunity saved away. Big demo as well. And Red Crown, they keep it tied.
Those are the individual plays I was talking about. Almost scored off the back of it, but Paco, again on the back line, so good. Skyline shot, saved by Poncho. Matthews' rebound attempt too high. Joey's blocked by DVC. Somehow, we are still locked up at 0 apiece. I don't know how.
That's crazy. One of those moments where you just can't move at all as all the chaos flies around you. Paco nearly with a nasty double. Poncho doesn't have a whole lot here, and DVC is committed, so that's a soft double there, and it could very well be Skyline's ticket to the first goal for Red Crown Academy.
That is a moment where Red Crown got a great opportunity to score, and they hit the shot. They made the most of it, and they're going to have to do that with every single one that comes up from here on out. And they've done a good job of doing that for the most part throughout this series, but they have to be flawless, essentially, from this point forward to win this series. Win 4 straight, essentially, it feels like, but 1-0 up in game number 3 to start. They've got half a game of Rocket League left to extend their lead, because I know for a fact a 1-goal lead, a 1-0 1-goal lead is not going to be near enough to take a game against Masacuata.
However, it shows us that Masacuata Tiesa may be minion in picture, but they are human in player. They do make mistakes, and it's so crucial for Red Crown to take advantage of every single one that pops up, because they're far and few between. A little double that led to the goal. Certainly something that they want to try and force more out of this Masacuata Tiesa side. Red Crown doing a good job to keep this ball relevant. Still 2 to go. Paco jumps up early, gets bumped off though. Solid, allows Matthew plenty of time to make the save. But Poncho now going from the side, centered up. Tough one to dive in for. Paco still got it from the midfield line. More pressure exerted by Masacuata Tiesa. DVZ is already up. Tries to send a low bouncer, and it's a good angle, but Joey gets the save anyway, and a second one for good measure on Poncho's opportunity. So every single time Masacuata Tiesa think they have the angle set up, somebody's denying them. Red Crown getting a little more proactive here on defense.
It's hairline, though. There have been a couple moments where if a bumper demo connects from Masacuata, the goal goes in. It's just matter of inches. Here's Poncho, flip reset, potentially. I don't know if they got it because they were met by Joey. Zena met by Skyline on the back wall. Poncho, 100 boost to work with, but Matthews shuts it down quickly. The quick rotations for Red Crown doing them wonders, no matter how close it is. But the net's open. Oh no.
I wish I had a little bit of an aerial view Skyline. I want to hope you're not circling out for a big boost. Probably went for some pads, but just got bumped out on the way. And the double in the air kind of sealed it. Skyline would have been the last if they were in a relevant enough position, but we're all tied up. There's not much really to dwell on there for Red Crown. They've got to kind of wipe it away, understand that they've had a lot of good looks here in game number 3, and try to get back into contention before they get to overtime.
And before Masacuata gained momentum back, because it felt like they were a freight train building up steam, and now, full head of steam, they can knock down just about anything, including the brick wall that was seemingly in the orange net moments ago, but has crumbled since.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, take away the team names, take away the player names from that sequence. The slow drop from the middle of the corner wall right down there is going to favor the attacker. That's a tough angle for a defender to get out to in a meaningful way, but oh my word, Tiesa, you can't just do that to people. That's not how kickoffs work. You got to give them a chance.
That's so nasty. That's why Red Crown has to be putting away every single opportunity that comes their way, because Masacuata can hit stuff like that, create goals out of nowhere, and take this game out of nowhere. Red Crown led in this game 3, about a minute left, and now they're down by 2, and if you just join us, you'd think, oh, Masacuata just dominated the game for the entirety of it, but no, not so fast. Red Crown taking some claim back to this 3rd game of this grand finals as Matthew scores a second.
Yeah, the phones are being held, and it's courtesy of Matthew out of the corner. A little redemption there on the offensive side of the pitch. 21 seconds now. Red Crown Academy, a crucial finale to this game 3. They don't want to be set up having to win 4 in a row. Skyline's up for this one and does have the touch. Tricky bouncer to get. Tiesa trying to control. Poncho as well from the corner. 10 to play. Matthew gets a bump. Here comes Joey from far and away, but denied by Poncho. Follow up from Skyline, not high enough. Matthew has to make a quick turn on this ball and keep it alive, but has played it to a fairly open area. Beats one with the touch and actually has a decent shot to center this up from the corner. Doesn't get the bump out of Poncho, so Poncho will be able to get the clear, and it's in an open enough area. Tiesa keeps it up, and they may even get one for the road. Turns it in, saved away, still up in the air. Relevant, Skyline keeps it alive. Joey now, next up will probably be Matthew, but instead it's Skyline looking for the challenge. Poncho wins, and Matthew will take over. Grounded. Finally, Masacuata Tiesa, quadruple match point in the grand final.
It got hairy there at the end, but it doesn't matter. We've seen plenty of 1-goal games, plenty of overtime games out of Masacuata, but it doesn't matter. They just win them all, and 9 shots. They again got outshot by Red Crown Academy, but it's not enough. Their backline defense made 8 saves, and they're the most put-together team in this league. Even if Red Crown reverse sweeps this grand finals and shocks the entire world, Masacuata Tiesa is still the most put-together team in this league, and they've built themselves a nice cushion off the back of that, and Red Crown do now have to reverse sweep.
And I think what gives so much of this confidence about Masacuata Tiesa is oftentimes you hear this talking point about teams being able to flip a switch, not just in the course of a series, like a best of 7 game to game, making those adjustments, but in an individual game to go down early, struggle to get off the mark and get your first goal. And then immediately, I called them the kings of snowballing earlier. And in that game, when it rained, it poured. Masacuata Tiesa just laid it on Red Crown's backboard and were heavily rewarded for doing so. So now for Red Crown Academy, all of the questions that need to be answered are presented to them on Utopia Coliseum. Will they be the second team to be swept by Masacuata Tiesa in these playoffs, or they have something in their back pocket that they haven't shown us yet? They've got to prove it to us here with an early save.
Tiesa in the air, ever dangerous. So many flip resets in that man's back pocket. They couldn't quite use it to score the opener. Instead, it's Paco and Poncho looking to add to it, though. Tiesa right back into the fray, of course. Skyline punches that ball into the corner. Forces a miss out of Poncho, but Paco has his teammates back, redirects it into the opposite corner, and Masacuata playing controlled defense, as always, corner to corner.
It's Poncho now, trying to corral this one. Back wall, though. Matthew will have a solid chance on it, but Tiesa is up early. Left to Joey, though. No boost in the tank, so we'll just have to settle for a lob to the back wall as Skyline is up, and Red Crown attempt to start their offensive pressure, but it's cleared immediately and put on target. The crucial factor here, DVCina goes to the near post, can't quite double it away. With so much pressure immediately exerted on Red Crown Academy. Skyline gets demoed on the way in, sending it towards the post. Matthew out of the corner, can't get much else done either. Both teams getting solid opportunities to set up here, but they're letting possession slip ever so slightly as soon as they get there. So we haven't really seen teams with too much of an offensive stretch here in game 4, just kind of feeling each other out as if they haven't already played 3.
Well, in feeling one another out, it's been a very back and forth game, which I'm all right with, because I would like to see some Red Crown momentum, which they have not had too much of in this series. I've had a couple of short stints, comebacks, game 2, forced that overtime, but they need results. They really just need results. That's a good save by Matthew. Very patient on the goal line. Wow, that was gutsy out of Red Crown's defense, but they trust one another. They get out for now and live to fight another day.
Poncho trying to send this one up yet again, midfield. Tough to break through. Paco's already there. Plenty of boost off the ceiling as well. A little scrappy, so can't quite get around in a meaningful way. Poncho, though, sends it immediately on target again. Does Masacuata Tiesa continue this pressure? DVCina trying to block away the counter. Paco's already up. Nice touch. Nobody's there really to contest. Red Crown happier to sit back and look for a clear of their own, which is exactly what Matthew manages. And we've now hit the halfway mark. Still tied up. Again, you want to think the Red Crown Academy can keep this game close, but they had the lead for an extended period of time in game 3, and they let that slip. You want to see the answer come through, and there it is. Matthew delivers as we ask. 2-17, Red Crown Academy get out to an early lead.
9 shots put on by Masacuata, just 2 for Red Crown Academy. But it's the latter that finds the opener here in game 4. Well-placed ball from Matthew was all it took to crack the scoreless streak, and that is a big, big advantage. Though, in the last series, we saw a certain Rain Esports Black score first in game 4, but they still ended up getting swept, so Red Crown has to be careful not to befall a similar fate. 2 minutes left. They need to protect their lead.
It's Matthew now looking for more. That falls right into the hands of Skyline, who can't quite get around to it. DVCina and Poncho have plenty of time, but they're not too scared to play that one as quickly as possible towards the corner. DVCina up for that. Scary opportunity. Always threatening from positions like this. Sends it a bit wide, and no real boost to make it too meaningful. Poncho centered up. Paco forced to retreat. Masacuata Tiesa look for another response. DVCina demoed early on, and the opportunities in front, but everybody a little scattered from that one. And you get the offensive rotations back in. Red Crown Academy, I mean, they're doing a solid job here. Both teams are limited to some fairly short stints on offense, as I mentioned early, but if Red Crown have the advantage and they can keep Masacuata Tiesa away from taking 3 or 4 shots at a time, that'll work out for the better for them.
Oh, definitely. I mean, in lower quantities, it's a lot easier to defend for Red Crown. A minute left. They cannot be allowing big bursts of offense. This is where they lost game 3. It's in that final minute when a pop-up shower brought 3 goals. There's one. Paco from the far side with 52 left on the clock will tie us up.
Oh dear, do we get deja vu? Because this is something that I'm really starting to think could happen. We've got 1 late goal. Did say when it rains, it pours in the previous game. There's a chance for Masacuata Tiesa to get another one, but let's see. DVCina has the ball early. Oh, missed the flip though, so a saving grace for Red Crown Academy for how much longer. Poncho and Paco both up forward to the crossbar. DVCina too far back. Not going to capitalize just yet. 30 seconds to go here, Bepic. We could very well head to a game 4 OT unless Red Crown have it in them. Try and close this out in regulation.
We shall see. It is Red Crown with the ball here, but Paco quick to change that. At the opposite side where Matthew was not quite. That allows DVCina to step forward, put it off the back wall. And Joey left the net. Skyline demoing Poncho was open for a second. Not open any longer. Skyline back to defend that near post. Only 5 in the tank, can't do much other than just put it hard into the blue half. Poncho stuffs Joey at the center line. Paco's got some space to work with here on 0 seconds though. Lets the ball get too far out in front. Matthew grounds it and get another overtime here.
I honestly don't know which team's happier to see this overtime. I think it has to be Masacuata Tiesa because they're so used to ending them early. Red Crown on the other side, I mean, they didn't make too much headway in the closing moments towards getting that leading goal. So a reset could be just what they needed, but DVCina's already gone down the field, and big save from Matthew. Crucial one, but what do they do from here? The carry is out. Paco bites early. Paco bites too early. Poncho comes through to save it. DVCina's now up 1-on-1 against Joey. Goes to the back wall, but Joey denies. Massive save to make there. Paco centers up once again, and Red Crown Academy keep themselves alive through the first 35.
Just one goal right now between Masacuata and being crowned grand champs here at MPL Future Season 2. That could have been it, but Skyline, he stayed stoic there on his own back line. DVCina still pressing, keeping the ball in his control off the ceiling. Drop down, not in any real threatening position, but it's getting there. Masacuata ever closer. That game winner with all this possession. Joey's a little bit awkward. He misses. Skyline the same. In comes DVCina. A fitting end to a phenomenal season for that player on your screen and this entire team. Masacuata Tiesa are your MPL Future Season 2 champions.
And what a way to win it here. So deserved for this squad.